Hi, John.
Hey, Alex.
Do you know what I hate?
What do you hate?
My inability to do an impression of Mads Mikkelsen, Will. I can't do one. I
Yeah,
can
that
speak
was not.
slowly. No, I wasn't
Yeah.
trying. I was just literally doing cadence. I can't do his fucking voice, and there's so many goddamn Hannibal Lecter-ass lines in here that I would love to say in his voice, but I tried for like 5 minutes. I couldn't even get remotely close.
It would be good. I have yet to hear a good one. I don't know anyone that's really nailed it. Because I think if you try to do it, it just ends up being Werner Herzog a lot
That's
of
it.
the
No,
time.
this is literally the closest I got was this is just a bad impression of Paul F. Tompkins' impression of Werner Herzog.
Yeah. You can't get to him. Mads Mikkelsen. He's
Yeah.
slippery.
But anyway, we watched Dust Bunny. We say on the show frequently that the world
say
needs more
frequently.
like $30 million movies, like these like mid-budget movies. And I could not like report back more that this is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. I want 1,000,000 of these. Also, I love Bryan Fuller and all of his work, everything I've seen. I adore that man. And he needs to direct like all the movies now. Like he's won like although he did win the first place in Let's Make a Wes Anderson Movie award, but it's a really good Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
It
with
just
you
looks
that
like one.
we need more of those like $30 million movies. And much like a lot of those $30 million, I walked away from this going, yeah, all right. That was okay.
I was much more warm. I fell
It's not
in
bad. It's fine.
heavy like to love in this movie. I don't want to say
Yeah.
love, but like, no, I'll say love. I love this movie. I really, I think there's something about the way Bryan Fuller writes just speaks to me on a very, very deep level.
Yeah. I just thought it needed to be peppier or deeper than it was. Because it's all very surface, which is fine. But it like, I don't know, if it needed some more zazz, some more zing beyond just the nice set dressing. Because I just think it was kind of, some of the action was kind of leaden and not ineffective is the word I'm looking for, but like just weightless, I guess. It didn't do much for me in that regard. But I enjoyed watching everyone do their thing in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to dog on it too much.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I like the reason I don't feel that way is it's an hour 30.
Well, it's an hour 46.
Yeah, but that's with credits and shit.
Okay.
No, is it really? I thought it was an hour 36 or something.
No,
and then
it's
that
like
wasn't
an
even
hour
counting
40.
credits.
No,
Really?
106 minutes. Yeah. And it had the big, I mean, it did have a big, prolonged beginning credit thing with graphics. And then there was a little mid-credit roll.
All right. Well,
then-
I take it. Okay. Well, then it held my attention a lot longer than I thought it was because I thought it was like about 10 minutes away from the everything just being a cool shot getting boring.
Yeah.
But there was enough cool shots and they weren't like repetitive. They were just new ways to be weird that it was there. And I was I fell into what Mads was doing early, and it really like his voice is so exactly the same in everything, which is why I wish I could do an impression because there's so many lines here that just could be fucking Hannibal Lecter. I fell into like him being like this like basically he's acting like a teenager almost like he's acting like a 21-year-old, but he's like a almost 60-year-old man. And there's
Right,
something
yeah.
about that I don't know. I just resonated with on a deep level.
No, it was charming. Yeah, and like I will say, if you have not seen this movie, don't look at the poster because the poster I'm seeing anyway, the one right in front of me right now, has a spoiler for a great gag that shows up late in the movie.
Oh wait, let me see that. Oh, what poster is that?
I just on the Wikipedia. The
Oh
poster they're
yeah,
showing
I
is-
see.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so I thought it's a great little visual flair, and I really liked Sigourney Weaver in this because they didn't really rest on her being like this elder statesman of movies or sci-fi to be like, I'm gonna lend this thing some gravitas. Like she played a character,
Yeah.
and this was that was different than what I've seen a lot of Sigourney Weaver do. So
No, I agree. I liked her in this. It actually reminded me of because Sigourney Weaver has been around forever, and you get to know her from like, I don't know, she kind of falls into that Aliens thing, like, oh, that's the lady from Aliens. But this reminded me of like when she was in Ghostbusters, where it's like
the other giant sci-fi property.
no, but I mean, she's actually she's not a badass in that. She's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
not that she's it's not the same character, but like she's got like light and joy in her, and like there's like depth to it where you're so used to her and like at least I guess maybe I've just only really seen her in like the Alien stuff where just like I am like buff lady that's tough. Like there's nothing, maybe the first 5 minutes or some
or just like I don't know. I haven't seen all the Avatar movies, but like her in the Avatar movies is like, yeah, I'm your kind of prototypical character in an Avatar movie.
She is a character in that. Like she definitely like she's like in the movie, like she got dots put on her face and acted.
Yeah.
So
but I can't say if that improved in 2 and 3. I've not seen them.
I've seen 2, and I can honestly tell you I don't remember her being in the movie.
I mean, I don't know if I'm assuming she is. I don't know. I don't remember these movies at all.
Because she dies in the first one.
Does she? Okay. Well, then maybe not.
No, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure she is. I think there's like, that like big dumb tree from the first one?
Mm-hmm.
I think
the centerpiece of their world and religion, that big dumb tree. Yeah.
If that was a real religion or a movie with a plot, I'd agree with you. But
Pandora's real. Okay.
Yes. It was a rival to Spotify. I think the tree like brought her back to life and made her a kid or something.
Sure.
I can't remember. The second one's really bad, and I'm never going to watch the third one until at some point I get bored and watch it. But I don't want to. It's by boring duress. like if my life was more interesting, I would never watch that. But I often have many hours to waste, and I can't do all of my attention on Slay the Spire 2. So I have something going on the screen to my right.
There's human voices emitting somewhere in my apartment.
I liked her in it, and she doesn't feel like, you didn't just throw money at her. I'm like, here, this movie's got gravitas.
It's Sigourney Weaver,
elder statesman of acting. And I'm not going to do it because, so audience know, I made a spreadsheet of every movie we ever did and like the top actors in it. And I don't think it goes deep enough for this to work, but I feel like David Dastmalchian has been in a lot of fucking movies we've done.
Yeah. I mean, he's that guy actor that's kind of risen above being just a recognizable face a little bit, but he's still, and I love him. I love seeing him in anything.
Yeah, big fan. It's just one of those like, man, this guy's done a lot of shit we do. Like there's a significant amount of David Dastmalchian.
Have you ever seen? I've heard it both ways.
Okay.
Have you ever seen his interview show? He interviews people lying in coffins.
I've seen it. I've seen clips on Instagram reels or some, whatever short form things get shoved down my throat that I didn't choose to watch, and it seems fun.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yes, I agree. It seems fun.
Like as someone that is defending this movie, not that he's defending, but as someone that loves this movie because it is pretty and propulsive and like it just looks really good, and I want to stare at it more. I feel like doing an interview show from a coffin is trying too hard, which is like directly antithetical to my opinion on this movie, because this could easily be trying too hard. But for something it's like, what are you doing, bro?
I would say that this movie is trying too hard, but in a way that's not irritating. Like it's really trying to, like, I would argue, and it's been a long time, but like Pushing Daisies is force feeding you whimsy. It is like, oh my God, this is so much whimsy. But it's like, that's also the point of it. You know what I mean? Like that's really the vibe of the show, is being incredibly whimsical. And this just being pretty to look at, it feels like a part of like a big fairy tale. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel at odds with what's going on.
Yeah.
So I will commend him there. And it's got, probably since Lucky Number 11, the best wallpaper in a movie.
The wallpaper is great. I've never been happier than the camouflage joke with the wallpaper. Yes. That one scene, it's so fucking perfect. It's so Bryan Fuller. Like that is a joke that could have been on 6 of his shows, and it just there's something perfect about it. I recently rewatched like most of the first season of Pushing Daisies, and it is delightful and whimsical. And there's one episode in the early season, the first season, whatever, where they're driving to a windmill. And they're singing "Birdhouse in Your Soul" by They Might Be Giants. And it's Kristen Chenoweth? ?
I think she was in that show.
No, it's definitely her. It's Kristen or Kirsten or like some cha name. Yeah. Singing, and I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is delightful." And then I realized I'm satisfied. Like that is like you have thrown the height of whimsy at me. The rest of that show might be great. But I'm good. Like I feel I'm full. Like you've delighted me enough, sir. And fun rewatch. But I was somewhat worried of Bryan Fuller in his entry into directorial movie making that it's gonna be, he's been making shows for 20 years or whatever. That it's gonna be like, oh, I've already done it. It's gonna be a Wes Anderson's 9th movie, which is like it's exactly the same. It's just gonna be, and I can, other than the final shot of this movie, I wouldn't have picked out that this is the Pushing Daisies guy. Because the final shot of this movie is 100% like a scene in Pushing Daisies.
Like, oh my God, sunflowers? Yeah. I don't know. I will say this, like I went into this movie, unfortunately, I was in a crappy mood. And I was worried that this whimsy was just going to cut through me like a hot knife through butter. It was just going to be painful to watch, whatever. Yeah. Never got any of that. Never reached that, never even approached that level. Yeah. So I think that's a good sign. I think that the little girl, Aurora, played by Stephanie Sloan, is good. I really like her. I just wish there was a little bit more to her, or just like that her and Mads Mikkelsen's back and forth was lacking a little something. I just had a hard time really caring about much of what was happening at a certain point.
I like the report quite a bit. Me thinking of him as almost like, I just graduated high school, 17, 18-year-old kid, just kind of worked like he's like an older brother vibe. There's something, I don't know, something really spoke to me about that. I thought the little girl, Sophie Sloan, was amazing, other than when she's first trying to procure his services as a hitman. There's a couple of lines that they were asking a little much for that young of a person. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's terrible, but it's that there's a couple of spots there I'm like, ooh, I wish. And it's not even her performance. I think literally they needed to rewrite some lines that it's just, there's a bunch of polysyllabic words. She's talking fast. It's just that's you. Come on, bro. You're not doing her any service here.
I think for me, that, it just felt a little bit forced. That felt a little like you're trying a little bit too hard, but I was having enough fun with it anyway. But I will say that it did cross my mind, particularly because it basically ends up being the same flippin' thing. But I was thinking about The Professional, and I thought they managed to skirt the issues that The Professional had quite well. Yes. But I think part of that is not being directed by a piece of shit, but whatever.
I was thinking about that while watching this, that obviously there's a comparison to The Professional. But I feel like not, wait, I have to say this very carefully. I feel like in The Professional, Natalie Portman being on a week, and next Thursday she's going to be in Young Womanhood. Not Young, she's going to Flower. She's going to,
however you could make this sound worse.
Well, I don't know. I didn't want to say she's going to start bleeding. I just mean she's the last year of childhood. And not to say I'm not excusing that at all, but I think this girl being a few years younger than that, I just think doesn't read as a parent. Just because she is you would have to be a fucking monster. And you still have to be a monster at Natalie Portland, but it's in France, you would have to be a slight monster, where the legal age is I don't know, 13 and a half,
Yeah, and I should really just I shouldn't go full on piece of shit, but he's creepy, and the movie's view of Natalie Portman is a bit creepy, and I think there's some odd undertones to her relationship with Leon. But I think that
it's over. She literally tries to fuck him. It's not
right. Yeah. But I just think this is there's not even there's barely even paternal love between these two.
See, that's why I like the older brotherness of it. There's just something like, it's almost like they're having a sleepover. Like they're like, oh, our parents are away. We're playing like tee-hee, it's just, there's a, I don't know. There's a siblingness to them that I really responded to.
Yes. No, I think that's very true.
Because also when it's, there's a thing that happens towards the end of the movie that bolsters my point, but I don't want to talk about it this early. Yeah, so the film is a little girl who is in the foster system. She's on her third set of parents, and she keeps claiming that her parents have been eaten by the monster under her bed, which I would just like to say, Howie Mandel, how dare you? If you were in your 40s, you know that reference. If you don't know it, congratulations. But it was like Sully before they made that movie.
And, absolutely. Yeah.
And
wait, you mean you not the pilot guy? You're talking about
not the pilot guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sully Sullenberger is under little girls' beds constantly. You see that mustache? There's no fucking way he isn't. No, I meant Monsters Inc. I just couldn't think of the name of the movie. And I like the way it's paced out, that we think we're watching a whimsical thing with, oh, well, this little girl thinks there's monsters under her bed, obviously, because she's got, childhood trauma, and this is the way it expresses itself. And since we're watching a world of whimsy and our camera is directed at her, we're seeing it through her eyes or whatever. And, I think that marketing kind of gives it away. So I'm not saying too early of a spoiler. It turns out, no, there's a giant fucking monster under her bed, and it's awesome.
Yeah. She is convinced that touching the floor will make the monster come and get you. So she rides around in her very spacious apartment on a giant, like, metal hippopotamus. And then has a neighbor that she follows one night. He's kind of a shifty guy, played by Mads Mikkelsen.
He's not shifty. He's intriguing. That's his name.
Right, yeah. He's sexily greasy. Yeah. And follows him and where he has a street fight with some Chinese guys and a dragon. And
this is where I commit to the film, because there's never been a sequence of shots that look better in the world. It's so cool. It's like Chinatown, neon, fog, girl doing weird, running over the streets. He's walking in like a German drug dealer, athleisure outfit, and getting into a fight. He does the thing where his cane's about to turn into a sword. Nope, it's nunchucks. I'm like, oh, I'm there. And then it's them cutting around Mads Mikkelsen, trying to look like he's in a fight. And I found it delightful. One of the things I did want to bring up on this, Mads Mikkelsen, in trying to research the movie, especially with the Sigourney Weaver of it all, age-wise, Mads is I think he was 58. He's late 50s. Mm-hmm. That man moves incredibly well.
Yeah.
To the point, we were having a conversation of whether, the one shot I'm speaking of specifically is he's checking his door. He's got those old-timey doors with the window over the top of it. And to check it, he hops one foot onto a bench, another foot onto the door handle, then kind of looks through the door with it. And it's a one shot. You see his face. And I'm like, is that a 58-year-old man doing that?
Right.
But the only other way to do it would be spending significant amounts of money digitally replacing and getting a perfect stuntman with the exact same body as him. And it just,
I think it's just being in shape.
But
we'll do that.
58 years old, that is an incredibly smooth bit of movement.
Sure.
I was just impressed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I had the exact same thought. Because my first thought was that one of those, he's done it in a few movies, but I think in Rumble in the Bronx or something like that, where Jackie Chan will just hop between two walls and over a fence or something. Yeah. I mean, this isn't that level, but it's still oh, okay.
But this is a cigarette smoking Dutchman. This is not Jackie Chan.
That's the power of the
Mads
Dutch.
Mikkelsen was never in a Chinese acrobatic circus.
That's why he's only got to step on two things.
Yeah, he was because he was winded. Yeah. He drags on whatever Japanese Marlboros are and hangs out with Kojima. This is not a sprightly man.
But in terms of my thing of it being peppier, and this isn't true across the board, but that same scene after he has the fight and he's walking back home, and he is realizing he's dripping blood onto the the clean white tile floor of the apartment hallway. And so he slips his shoe off and wipes it up with his sock and then does it like 40 more times.
It does. There's two parts that go on too long. That is one that I have in my notes. The other one is there's this lovely hallway fight scene where he, Spider-Man's in the hallway, like you do when you're a kid, when you like push your feet against the wall to climb up. He's doing that on the roof, waiting for an assassin to come in. The assassin is wearing camouflage, which exactly matches the garish wallpaper, which is, it's like that, I don't remember who did it, the yellow wallpaper, that short story. Like it's full yellow wallpaper, except it's a guy in like a cabbie hat that matches the wallpaper. It's delightful. But that choking scene and the feet and whatever went on too long. I was I was really enamored with that movie, but like you can even feel the room I was watching it in. We were all just like, yeah, this is going. I think even Carrie said like, oh, this is like the longest choking scene ever. And it was a little. Yeah, I was like, we could tighten that up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just using that sort of indicative of regular sort of pacing issues I think throughout, but. She follows Mads Mikkelsen, hires him, procures his services.
We need to tell them how she got the money to procure her services.
Yeah, so
because I'm like, there's no way you're not going to talk about this, John.
cut to after watching Mads Mikkelsen beat up a bunch of dudes and then go home. Cut to her in a church.
Yes,
and this church rules. I would go to this church. Because it's got some snazzy tunes. People are having a good time. She's sitting in the back of the church. The collection plate comes to her. She takes it and runs.
And her performance in the running is the smile on her face of her thieving from the church is so good. Yeah. And this is what I like about
subtle. It's just like, thank you, and then leaves, and everyone else is just like, well, I guess that happened.
And she's dressed in the most I'm about to do something bad outfit. She's got like a kerchief hiding and like big like cat's eye sunglasses and something cover her head. But her smiling when she runs away is so good. And I like her character as this like almost like Wednesday Addams kind of thing, where like she literally takes like the guy that Mads is fighting in the hallway. He ends up killing him. So Mads hangs him over the bathtub and it's draining him like a butcher draining a pig. And she's like, "Oh, can I help?" And it's like, "No, of course not." And she's sad. He's like, "All right, I've got them all chopped up. You can help me wrap it." And she's got this like little half smile of like, "Oh, tee-hee." Like, I'm loving this. I mean, I'm sure it's not her choice as an actress, but I'm loving this like joyous Wednesday Addams shit from this young lady.
Well, I think I missed or didn't put it together initially at first that she was a foster kid. Like this is her third family. And so I think it took me a moment to be like, aren't you upset that your parents are dead? But no, because these aren't really her parents. She doesn't really care that much.
Yeah.
And she was already sort of figuring that they were going to get rid of her anyway. But yeah, so Mads Mikkelsen is convinced because she takes him into the apartment and he's convinced that assassins got them. That probably some human killed her family.
She thinks the monster in her bed killed and ate her parents. He, of course, does not think this is real. Goes into the bedroom and he sees bullet holes in the wall, which we presume is the father or the mother like trying to shoot the giant evil rabbit from under the floorboards that it's about to eat them. And he's like, "Oh, and no blood, everything's cleaned." And he's like, "Oh, this is obviously a very professional hit person job," because he is in fact a hit person. Mm-hmm. And so he goes to. And I couldn't love this more in every movie. This movie's version of like the Continental or whatever the hell's happening, where he just goes to the Hitman beat-out, like just this underground restaurant with Sigourney Weaver sitting there.
Yeah, I would love to go to there or the tea house that she's at later with the nice pork sandwiches.
The tea house is lovely. This is I think this movie looks amazing, and I think that the shots look amazing. But that is the one scene where I think something's wrong it's Mads and Sigourney Weaver sitting at a table and it's this like ridiculous, I don't even know if it's a fisheye lens, but it's like they're in crisp focus and everything in like kind of a gradiating circle is out of focus behind them. And he does this like amazing choice of, so then when they cut to Mad, like from like the, the coverage shot where it's just his face, the same blur as the fisheye caused in the previous shot gets carried over, even though it's from a different angle,
right? Yeah.
A different shot. So it's like it's just this very weird choice, and I love it. I'm like, oh, I love this. It's just like what a Bryan Fuller thing to do, but it's not true of every scene, every shot in that scene, because some don't have that blurry fisheye. And like, oh, maybe it's from when it's from the bottom, it doesn't have it, but then there's some that's just straight on at Sigourney Weaver doesn't have it, or like that direct at them like main shot doesn't have it. And I'm like, oh, that's actually somewhat disappointing because what a great choice, but it needs to be in every single aspect of this, or it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, he does like to use those fisheye lenses, particularly in those kind of scenes. The sitting.
I just like the gag of fisheye lens, and then you cut to the coverage shot, and there's still the fisheye effect, even though it's not. Yeah,
still blurry.
It's a fun like visual joke.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we neglected to mention that the monster has just blown in from outside. The opening credits are over just like this piece of dust coming in outside and just under her bed and forming into a bunny, which is very cute at the beginning, by the way. But like, there's no rhyme or reason for this thing.
Well, she wished
apparently,
for it, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there, but that it lives under her floorboards and has killed her parents. I like when she encounters the monster a little bit before hiring Mads Mikkelsen, just the scene where there's, I don't know if it's a horn, a tooth, or whatever, comes up from the floor, and she like drops like a bean or something on the ground.
I think it was a grape.
Yeah, and the way it just spears it is really terrifying because it implies a sentience that like, because it's not something just blindly groping. It's this like attack from this thing, so you don't have a full picture of what this beast looks like, but somehow this weird bony tendril, it's able to get it.
Yeah, and it is exactly where it appears a grape outside of it. Yeah, it is very disturbing.
It's very
the effect of the way that this monster interacts with the floor, it's like, so in that one, like it like corkscrew removes a part of the floor in a circle, so its tendril can come up, but it like immediately heals itself. And anytime the monster moves, it's like this graboid from Tremors like thing where the floorboards kind of rise up to see its movement, but they immediately heal. So it's just like this, that's They're why you think
Jenga pieces that'll fit back together.
And that's why you think it's like, oh, this is just in this little girl's mind. This is obviously, but it is just some supernatural. I mean, I guess you could probably still make the argument that it could still be all in her mind, but I think the movie,
Well, I think the movie recontextualizes itself well enough that I even think some of the whimsy drains out for a bit, where it's really starting to become clear that no, it's not this monster. There's actually like an assassin plot at work, but really all those people are there to try to kill Mads Mikkelsen. Like it's this thing spiraling outwards from him that, like he keeps thinking that all these people are there to kill her, but no, it really has to do more with him.
Yeah.
Although then the FBI gets involved. So
I watched this twice. I just realized they're not the FBI.
Right.
I didn't realize that the first time because David Dastmalchian, like he goes, no, you can't hold us down. Sarah's rude before, but we have to get outside because they're actually assassins too, just pretending to be FBI.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't realize the first time because I'm don't know, I'm dumb. I didn't pick up on it.
No, I thought they were FBI. I don't.
Oh, good. We're both done though. Yeah, because he literally like when they're on the floor, it's like, no, for real, you can't like ixnay, no more. This scene's over.
I guess I don't see how that precludes him from being the FBI.
Because they let him up. Like it's what's that?
Yeah.
So you're saying that the FBI is working with the Assassin Guild?
No, I'm saying that the FBI, there's guys like, can you just let me up, please? And then they do. I just don't think that precludes them from being the FBI.
So you're saying that if like a cop is like on your neck and you ask politely, "Oh, please, sir, can I get up?" You wouldn't find it somewhat odd if they went, "Oh yeah, of course."
That's the most ridiculous thing in this movie. To you,
no, I'm not claiming that's the most ridiculous thing in this movie.
But I'm saying, I think it
strongly implies that they're not actually the FBI.
I disagree. I think they're the FBI.
All right. And yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that scene because I think it's pretty clear in what he says to them that
because I thought the whole thing was like, well, no, because I'm yelling at you because I'm not getting down because there's something under the floor. Now, hey, will you please then they put them on the floor. It's like, will you please let me up because, sorry, I was mean before.
No, I think he says something about taking me outside or we have to do this quicker. Like it's
right.
There's
none of that precludes being an FBI agent. That's just like, get me out of this room.
No, but like the way it's worded is that this was a pre-planned thing. Like this is a both sides are on the same side deal.
They just had a giant gun battle. What do you mean both sides are on the same side?
Well, no, yeah, but they only shot the people that we don't know what their face looks like. I'm saying David Dastmalchian and Green Lady from The Acolyte. I get that. Oh, she didn't. It's funny. I was just sitting there like reaching for a character name, and like, oh yeah, she doesn't have one. I think she's listed as intimidating woman.
Yeah, that's that information I needed. That made me, that kind of irritated me more. Like, obviously in the script they're going to be something, but just like when they're listed in the credits, I was like, yeah, okay.
I thought it was funny.
It's a little too cute for me.
In the closed captioning, because they call Mads intriguing neighbor, and she's intimidating woman. And I was like, oh, that's a funny closed captioning. There is a great. It's not forgiving that in the credits she's referred to as intimidating woman, but David Dastmalchian is listed as conspicuously inconspicuous man.
That's the one that really got me.
I love that. I'm enamored with that.
Yeah, I think I was just ready to be done with it, and then seeing that, it's like, okay, we got one last punch in. Bryan Fuller, that's fine. But
did you I think Nora Trokin as formidable woman?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure her performance was fine. I don't like that name because I think all women are formidable. Thank you. No, no need
John,
for a standing ovation. Please sit back down.
It's so brave of you to say
Thank
that.
you.
I would say like your bravery is so much that like as a man, you've really shown you've shown how much better you are by how brave you're being. You're showing that really they should thank you. I think women of the world should thank you.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
this.
if no one was there to be an ally, like what would you even be doing?
Exactly.
You need
Could
allies.
you exist without an ally? Like really, you're dependent on us. Is kind of where we're getting at here.
Yeah. But I think this whole middle section, going back to the movie, like this is where I feel like it could really, really tighten up. We're just like a lot of the back and forth of like who's trying to kill him and that, whatever. I think just because I felt like that the final standoff was relatively lackluster when it's like, oh, this is just going to end like The Professional, where they're all just going to have a gunfight in an apartment building, which it is very funny that she lives in this very posh apartment and Mads has a dim, crappy place with a chicken light bulb butt. It's like,
yeah. Well, it's
on the same floor. I understand if like, well, we're in the penthouse and you're down there.
No, but he doesn't want to decorate because he's a guy on the move. He's killing people. He's got to move,
right.
So he's got to
have that chicken butt. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the chicken's delightful. Let's not take away from the chicken. That building is incredible. It's so Wes Anderson-y. I can't express how much this is like every time I watch Wes Anderson, I'm like, can you just make a different movie, but like with your same style? And that's what I got.
This is way too cluttered to be a Wes Anderson movie. Not everything, like things are touching. Not everything is spaced off. Yeah, but
just
separate,
all the shots of like, all those like perfect shots of her, like her face framed through like the elevator. There's like a circle in every window. When Mads is speaking to Sigourney Weaver, they've got like the halo lighting over their head. Like every shot is this like very like particular kind of thing, and it's got that Wes Anderson to it.
Yeah, it's very, very deliberate and very fussy.
Yeah, fussy is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But I like I like his kind of humor of things. Of like, I like the joke behind the fussiness. Kind of works for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's less of an all-encompassing style.
Yeah,
like the movie's still doing its own. Like the dialogue and the characters aren't a piece with all that fussiness, I think.
So the part that you're saying like needs cleaning up, like gets a little boring. I agree with you from if I was reading the script perspective. But like when it's like, oh, who's killing who? I got to meet with Sigourney Weaver. The fact that like they're in two of the greatest fucking sets that's ever existed. Like that first place we were talking about, the fisheye lens, and then like the earlier tea shop with the halos or whatever, the earlier sandwich shop with it, where they're doing that like smoked broats or whatever the fuck that sandwich they had, like looks totally awesome. And then it cuts to this amazing dim sum restaurant, which is like the coolest place on the planet that I want to be at immediately, with a 12-foot tall aquarium around the place with a fucking shark swimming through it.
Yeah, well, and like that's a scene where when they're having those like dumplings, like the rabbit dumplings, and she's, as Mads is like picking one up, she imagines it like struggling under the thing. And so I don't know if that's supposed to be she has such an active imagination. Maybe it wasn't a monster that kills. I just feel like the monster element of it kind of got sidelined for a bit, and not in this way where it's like, well, we're just on Mads' side now. So we're not seeing her point of view. Like we've seen from her point of view, the monster kill something. We didn't hear any gunshots, whatever. Like it's really presented like this is the thing that's happening. We're seeing the little bunny under the bed. And it's just kind of largely forgotten about for a while to go with some of this other intrigue. And I think they were just there was not enough crossover for me, I guess. There just felt like it was running parallel for a while. And I wasn't particularly interested. I knew the monster thing was there, so some of this other stuff didn't engage me as much.
Yeah. The other kind of, I was trying to see if the movie reads from the other side, and I think it somewhat does, that there is no monster, that this is all in her head, because she does wish for Mads Mikkelsen, and in his world, he doesn't even have a name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of these people are like, they're like, I don't want to say stereotypes, but they're like, stereotypes, sure. Like, there are these obvious things, like the killer guy that she follows. That's cool, but it happens to be nice because she's looking for a father/brother figure. And then, I guess we're long enough in the movie to give the reveal at the end that Sigourney Weaver, who's been kind of his contact with the underground world, with the Hitman Society, turns out that's his mom.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's his mom. But so she wishes for a killer guy that's got a relationship with a mother that's also strained. And she's kind of like, it seems like this actually could just be a smart, precocious kid inventing this entire thing. So like, we never actually do leave her worldview. Like the Hitman shit that we see is just her view of it, of like, that's why there's a giant song and dance number at a church that leads to him getting hired for like counting the exact amount of money, which is a very kid thing to do. Like, an adult counting quarters, that's not real, you know?
Which, by the way, the fact that the money comes out when he like dumps the envelope out, all the change falls out, but then the money like forms a little church, basically, a little house.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Just a stupid little touch, but I really like that. And I mean, obviously, we're talking about everything being so fussy. That makes some sense.
I like the mouse scene earlier, where they're following the mouse through the mailboxes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like this absolutely perfect, and like, but you're also seeing through the slot of the mailbox to see the action outside. There's just something like, that very particular fussy way of shooting.
Yeah, it's very, very designed. But I do think like that element of the kind of like, you know, if you of the parents kind of creating these monsters in their own way, of just like that, like Sigourney Weaver's neglect in distance, and, you know, her parents not, you know, giving her up in other foster homes, not caring for her or knowing how to care for her, creates these sort of monsters. Like, they're not all bad. Like, you know, Mads Mikkelsen isn't going around killing just anybody. But she's apparently wished for this dust bunny to show up and kill her family, and for a hitman to kill a dust bunny.
Yeah.
But there's still some humanity left to them, and they find each other and hope to foster that. Which was cute. I think it maybe a little facile, but it still worked for me enough that I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think I don't mind facile on this, just because like that's not, you know, that's where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fairy tale, so it's fine.
My one kind of complaint, and I wouldn't change it, but Sigourney Weaver is about 10 years older than Mads Mikkelsen, and I feel like they had sexual chemistry. like just sitting at the table, like, oh, they look like at some point they fucked. Like, they just, and I'm not, like, I know I'm being gross, I'm not trying to be gross, but like, I think the casting, I mean, I love Sigourney Weaver and it's worth it, but like, them being like not so dissimilar in age, and like there's just and we don't know that this is mom, there's a little bit of like, you know,
maybe I'm just too poisoned by this, but watch this and then watch Only God Forgives, and there's a completely different vibe between mother and son in those two movies.
Oh, really?
One has a lot more about it. Yeah. But I understand about them being like really similar in age, and that I think is, you know, I guess supposed to be a red herring of sorts, I guess, to not
You're
make
probably
it
right. Yeah.
so obvious, but still, yeah, it is like, what happened in your life that you had Mads Mikkelsen at age 11?
Yeah. I mean, that actually does feed into how their lives ended up. Like, yeah, there's some very heavy trauma in your past, and you know, that's the story of breaking generational trauma using murdering
Guns.
People in an apartment.
Yeah, guns solve everything.
That just reminded me. I do want to dust off an old Alex bit that I haven't said in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Mads Mikkelsen, bad teeth, very smoker's teeth on that man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, like he's like, I think beyond, I think you've nailed it with that kind of like scummy 20-something. Like that hairdo is very much like I'm living not in my first apartment and I have been for a little while. But like it's hard to take that sheen off Mads Mikkelsen. He's still a handsome guy.
He's a very handsome guy. In this young 20s, kind of just out of high school or whatever, but like in this one specifically, he loves anime. Because all those outfits are very like cool anime coded, like the straight lines going from top to bottom, and then his fight style is very anime style.
I think the difference is he would like anime. He has not watched anime.
Yeah, he likes the culture around anime, but actually hasn't seen anime.
No, I just think he hasn't been poisoned by it, but he'd be like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. I like this.
Like he knows how cool those headbands from Naruto are, but hasn't sat through Naruto and pretended it's a good show because I've ever told you it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just while we're here, One Piece is terrible, and you're tricking yourself.
Well, not the manga. I'll say that.
Oh no, sure. I'm just talking about the show because you have to sit through 40 episodes for one thing to sort of happen. And I get it, they're friends that come together, but calm your fucking tits down. It's been done better.
That's so much of it, though. That's so much of everything. Like Dragon Ball is just waiting for Goku. It's just. I mean, that's
you hear me sitting here saying Dragon Ball's good.
Yeah.
But people are saying, but One Piece is 1,000+ episodes.
Yeah, I just think I can't speak for the anime, but the manga is great. Even though like there are huge stretches where it takes a long time for anything to happen, it's fun and whimsical, and the art is great.
But you could read fast. You have to sit there and watch that whole fucking episode. Right. I could read four full, what do they call them, chapters, like the individual comics. Yeah. I could read 4 chapters at the time it takes me to sit through one fucking sitting on the boat waiting for your fucking fish to arrive episode. And there's 6 in a row. And then one guy's like, this episode, that guy lights a cigarette and talks. Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, all the movies leading us towards the inevitable battle between Mads, the hit people that are coming after him, and presumably the monster under the bed, which during this fight sequence we find out is presumably real, unless we're really going with the entire movies in the little girl's head. But you've said you didn't resonate with this. I thought this entire sequence was delightful. I thought the pacing was really good. I love when Mads and the FBI agent, when he's listening under the floor. What's that?
Checkmate. She's in the FBI.
I can still say FBI agent. That's what she's listed as.
Checkmate. Oh, interesting.
Wait, no.
Checkmate.
No. Checkmate to you, sir, because you said you don't like when it's conspicuously inconspicuous, man. You have eschewed the IMDb naming schema previously. Now who's checked and mated?
You already got checkmated. I called it first.
We're playing that
no
3-story. We're playing 3-story one from Star Trek because this guy writes for Star Trek.
I never agreed to that.
We're watching a show. This guy wrote for multiple Star Treks. In fact, I think he wrote for 3 of them for all 3 levels of the chessboard we're playing on.
I don't think that chessboard ever appeared in Discovery.
No, but he also wrote. He wrote for a lot of Voyager.
Sure, I said checkmate.
A lot of Voyager and 2 episodes of Deep Space Nine.
Writing Voyager is nothing to be proud of.
No, yeah, here's the thing, though. I defend Voyager, except the lows are really low. I think, on the whole, if you skip, like, 20% of the show, it's very good, but that 20% is...
I've never actually watched it, so I don't.
Or just any episode where you see a character called Neelix, there might be plot points you need to know. It's not worth watching that episode. Just move on. It's not worth it. But
anyway, continue. What was the FBI agent doing?
Okay, so the fake FBI agent is they're in this fight. Whatever. Mads is his ears to the floor to look under the door to see what's going on with the other shooters, and he hears the monster. He sees the floor move up. And his reaction of like, it's almost like Roy Scheider in Jaws when his head pops up during the chumming thing. It's that same like, oh fuck. And in his Mads voice, which I wish I could do, he's like, we should probably get off the floor now. Delightful. This big reveal, and then it cuts back to the fight scene again, and he kills a guy. Well, he throws an electric toothbrush into a man's eyeball.
Yes. Great.
Fun shot. They toss the dead guy outside as a bullet catcher. And while he's getting shot, the toothbrush goes off and starts vibrating in his skull. And I think that is a visually hilarious bit, and,
Yes.
and I will defend it to my death, or lightly for 45 seconds on this one episode of the show,
What?
and we'll forget this movie in 6 months.
What was going on? For the sake of argument, we're just going to say FBI agents. Probably because that's correct, but we'll just call them FBI agents.
I'm fine calling that. In that, I don't remember the line of dialogue that they said it, but I'm not going to watch this movie again, but I swear there's a line there that makes it clear they're not actual FBI.
So the FBI agents are on the ground, and they're just like sliding in and out of the hallway.
Hilarious. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening.
When it was like once, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of fun," but like it kept going. I'm like, "All right, now you've pushed it too far.
See,
that's
this is
ridiculous."
I think
They're
this
just
is
like it's like someone slides in from the hallway, and then magically just slides back out.
I think somebody's pulling their feet. I don't even know.
That's my guess is what's happening, but it's just a little too whimsical.
I think this is where we might differ a little bit on Bryan Fuller, is he does shit like that in all of his stuff. And I think I like the timing where if he did it twice, it'd be boring. Like once is funny, twice is boring, 3 is like, what's happening? And then 4 is like, oh, I love it again. And I feel like I get to love it again a lot with him.
I will give him credit for committing to the bit. I will absolutely do that.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
I just think for me, something like that just tells me, well, nothing is at stake here. Like the violence isn't real, who cares? So I'm kind of taken out of it a bit.
See, to me, the battle isn't real, so who cares doesn't take away from like, I love what's happening in front of me. Like, at no point am I like, I'm not gripped by what's happening and worried about the stakes.
But like, I don't think there was enough. I don't think the editing and the way it was shot was enough to keep the battle. So I'm already taken out of it. So just it becomes a little bit tedious.
So I'm a huge fan and defender of Legion, one of the other shows.
Right. Was that a Bryan Fuller thing?
As I was saying that, I'm like, oh, that actually might not be Bryan Fuller. Forget it.
No, I think that's.
I think I got him confused with that other guy. Yeah.
The Fargo TV show guy.
Yes, that is who I'm confused. Okay, no, I can make the same statement with one of his other shows because it's like kind of the same vibe. I could say the exact same thing for Hannibal, where we're just doing the same bit. It's taking too long. But the chemistry between Will and Hannibal is so good that I'm just like, I'm fine. I like watching this. But like, it's been done to death. It's established. Like, dude, you've established. It's fucking established. But I still love it.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think the tone of Hannibal is a lot different, so I think it can get away with that a little bit more. Whereas I just think this wants to be funnier and peppier.
Yeah,
and it's not quite there for me.
Yeah, I mean, again, don't disagree. That doesn't bother. I don't know. There's just something
if it works for you, it works for you. That's fine.
It just got like a painterly aspect to it. Just like, I like staring at this. Like, this is
I mean, it's nice to look at for sure.
So that fight scene is that I enjoy, but I think my highlight of it is when David Dastmalchian realizes that there's actually a monster. And his performance of, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? His repeated, those slightly different intonation on, oh my God, what is happening, is just.
Yeah, he's run out of pithy things to say. And it's just, that was really funny.
Yeah, so whole fight scene, I enjoy. There was a conversation between fake FBI agent and Mads where, while investigating the first disappearance of parents, it turns out that there was a bottle of anti-thumb sucking lotion that it was being applied, and then the applicator is missing, and the bottle was found there. The applicator was found like in between the floorboards. No one knows what happened. Established. While looking in the bathroom, he finds that self-same bottle of, I'm just going to call it Ipecac because I don't know what it's actually called, but like gross stuff. So Mads pockets it because at the end of this battle, Mads get eat by the floor monster. But Chekhov's Ipecac comes in and makes him taste bad and he gets spit back out. And as he gets eaten, I went, oh yeah, the fucking thumb sucking thing. Like that was the one I was like, this is like the final big battle of the movie. Maybe we could have put a little more thought into how we're going to finish
that's like
this.
when he's and I generally like this bit where he's stuck on, like, the monster comes through and comes out of the floor, and the girl is able to get out, but Mads is on the bed, and it, like, unlike before where the bed was like when the little girl was done with the monster and the bed is on the monster's back so he can't find her. This time the bed is upside down and the monster's like coming up from below and just doesn't eat Mads Mikkelsen for some reason. And then once Mads Mikkelsen escapes, then the monster's like, oh, now I can eat the whole bed. It was like a neat little moment, but then as soon as I started thinking about it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
So I think what the movie doesn't commit well to is that the power of love or whatever. It's like she found an actual father/older brother figure, and like the two of them are the thing that in quotes defeats the monster. Mm-hmm. I don't think that really like it's communicated in that one scene where she like holds her arms out to stop it from eating Mads. But the scene you're talking about is before that one. And I think maybe we needed to just make it like a little more like, cause we're already to the point that it's established that in the movie logic, this is a real monster. Mm-hmm. Maybe like, oh, I never trusted anybody. I've been abandoned. Like, have her feel the abandonment and then feeling like Mads is going to stay, like something like that. Cause that doesn't really track that the monster doesn't just eat him. But I mean, I guess it does track in that he's technically not touching the floor. So maybe it is like it works by child rules. But
it's like snapping at him. Yeah. I don't know. It just, that's just taking way too much to explain that. You know what I mean?
This goes back to the whole movie is in the little girl's perspective. Like in that, if you throw a pillow on the floor, a pillow's not going to protect you from lava, except for when you're playing that game, that pillow protects you from lava.
Right.
So maybe the whole movie is
the thing never like is like, oh, that rolling hippo. I should attack that because that's probably where there's food. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like she's not walking without rhythm or anything like that. Nothing cool like that. But it's fun, and they escape. He convinces her to come with him to escape together, and then they drive down the road of so many sunflowers. Well, Go ahead.
No, continue your point.
I was going to wrap up the movie, so if you
so we did skip. We've already referenced to the main points of it, but after the big fight or whatever, Sigourney Weaver shows up. And now Mads knows there's a monster. The child knows there's a monster, and like get up. You can't be on the floor. She's doing this like creepy smile thing, which is great. She's got this like Dolores Umbridge vibe to her, which is really great.
Yeah. Like, what's the monster going to do? Eat me?
Yeah. And then the monster shows up to eat her, and turns out she's got Bayonetta heels on, and takes her shoes off and starts shooting the monster with her heels, which is. I feel like Sigourney Weaver really enjoyed that. I don't know her as a person, but I feel like someone that
enjoy that. I would enjoy that.
It's and it doesn't work obviously because bullets don't work on this thing. And Mads gets to watch his mother get eaten by a floor monster,
which he's largely unconcerned by. Like he's like, oh well.
Yeah. Again, the going to this is actually all in her mind is just this is the. Now she gets the father figure / older brother figure free and clear, which is why he doesn't react to it,
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Obviously there's some stuff behind there.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it is like, it's this, it's a very Bryan Fuller thing where it is this fairy tale logic, but sometimes when it borders on the real world, that fairy tale logic starts to get a little like, yeah, but why would you not react to that? Like, so,
right.
Hannibal is a lot of that where, Will Graham there's parts where he's got a weird emotional range, not to get too into that show, but like the emotions that he shows and the way he reacts to things, there's full parts where it's like, he wouldn't do that. He'd be freaked the fuck out. Like there's full chunks of just like, nah, it works better if he doesn't say anything right now. Like there's like, oh no, if he spoke one sentence, it'd be fine, but they don't because it makes the thing go. And yeah, Bryan Fuller's got a little bit of that. And generally I quite like it. But sometimes he goes up his own butt a little bit, like a lot of Hannibal season 3, where it's just like, pull your head out of your ass, dude. Like,
but at the same time, I think limiting Hannibal to an hour makes it still keeps it moving along. But I agree. There's definitely parts of season 3 that are really self-indulgent.
I do. Watching this really made me wish, because they've talked about it for a while, and Hugh Dancy and him, and I think Gillian Anderson even said like they would gladly come back for another season.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Really like it.
Fun isn't the right word, but I enjoy it.
I don't know if the rights ever got cleared up, but they couldn't make the Clarice Starling season because the rights to it was Silence of the Lambs, some yada yada, one of those deals. And I don't know if that ever got cleared up because I would love to have that season. Just have Will as a advisor, and we get Clarice and Dr. Lecker.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. But yeah, it's the monster. It's we discover the monster is basically something that, or Mads discovers rather, that she wished for. She's basically been in control of the monster the whole time, and that's why it's not attacking her. And she's got to learn to control her anger and her wishes, even though she's killed people. And then they leave together, drive down this highway of sunflowers, and underneath the car, the monster is tagging along behind them in the shadow. Like the shadow of the car is the shadow of the monster. I thought it was a neat visual. I don't know what I'm supposed to take away from that, but that like this is still there. But it also seemed like, no, it's good that the killer monster's with them as well. But it is also a hitman running away with a murderous little girl. So,
I just had the thought that like another way to read this ending is like literally they're going off to be like the most successful killers in history.
Yeah,
because she literally
like,
has a monster that can, like she could have like literally like there's no danger ever because she would just send her dust bunny monster to kill whoever's that she got paid to murder. Yeah,
but maybe they can find a way that's not murder, because it seems like Mads Mikkelsen doesn't have any problem. It's not like he was like, maybe murdering's bad. Maybe I don't want to do that. He's like, no, that's fine. I just having friends while I murder.
He does have, he does refer to himself as killing monsters. Like even like when talking to his mother, where I feel like it is like somewhat like hinted at that like he's not offing good people. Like I'm not trying to do like the obviously you're bad, but it's like one of those like I only kill bad people kind of Dexter thing, which
it's like that's that if you're in the game, this happens. Don't kill civilians.
Yeah, exactly. You kill other people in the game. Like we've all agreed to this. This is our thing. I adored this movie. Really liked it. I liked it probably even more upon second watching. Although upon second watching, I could fast forward a little bit through the dull parts. So like, my own self editing probably did improve it a little bit.
But I'd say it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else would you like to tell the audience about that you've watched recently there, John?
Shudder just got a bunch of the old, if not all of the old Tales from the Crypt. Those have been a lot of fun to revisit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I've been watching Stuart Lee's Basic Lee. That was a very funny stand-up bit. That's it.
Tales from the Crypt, I will say the thing that has stuck with me my entire life is one called Chop Poker, where people are playing poker and the stakes are they'll like chop a finger off. Like it's sorry, spoilers to you, John, for your rewatch, but like the end of the episode is they're playing checkers with their nose because all of their body parts are gone. And like as a kid, like that's the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen as like an 8-year-old or whatever the fuck that show was on.
Oh yeah. I mean that's the thing. Like so many of these are like the most obvious thing ever, but I have that extra nostalgia of being like a little kid being like, oh my God.
Yeah. I know we talked about a previous episode, but the Crypt Keeper American Gladiators type show that I found is
oh
amazing.
God, yes. Yeah.
So I've been watching some interesting things very quickly. We couldn't find anything to watch, so I ended up watching the original Jurassic Park again, which is, I mean, it's still like it's almost annoying how well it holds up. Like it has no right to look that good for 93, 94. Like it's baffling how good it looks. Like even the scenes that don't look that good still look pretty good. Like it's irritating kind of level. But that got me to we were talking about the sequels and they'd combined into one. I don't remember most of it. I had convinced myself I hadn't seen part 2 because all the parts from part 2 I remembered were from part 3. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch this shit. Spielberg directs the sequel. It is not good, like at all.
I've never seen it.
You're not missing much. Yeah. And part 3 is also not good at all. And not Steven Spielberg directs it. They're real bad. In part 2, Jeff Goldblum's daughter, who is a gymnast, spins around at a bar and kicks a velociraptor in the face using her gymnast moves. They literally copied from Gymkata in a Steven Spielberg movie.
I was going to say, this is bad?
Yes, it actually is.
I mean, I could see it, it was done better in Gymkata, obviously, but I say if it gets people to watch Gymkata, I'm all for it.
It was fun trying to explain Jim Cotta to a room full of younger people. like what am I doing? Like what am I doing with my life? Two, like,
Yeah, I don't think the age is a part of it. I just think trying to explain Jim Cotta is
yeah, I mean that's a good point. But I feel like you had better shot of understanding what this movie was if you were older. Like back when there's 4 channels and like a guy being able to swing around on something was the most interesting thing you'd see that day. Yeah. The other things, real quick, the new season of The Boys is terrible. Don't watch it. Can't tell you how much that show should have ended 2 seasons ago. It's just
I stopped after 2. I just couldn't care.
I don't even want to. It's just like this. What's it called? Like sunk cost fallacy at this point. Like just like I've been doing it for so long. I just need to finish it out. The new Invincible is still very good. So not the new season, but we're on the season before it. Still very good. But I started watching Gen V, which is the Boys spinoff.
Right.
And very watchable, actually surprising.
Yeah, I heard that was kind of fun.
It was surprising. The only spoiler for season 2, whatever, if you haven't watched it by now, go fuck yourself. One of the lead characters in season 1 is like their kind of version of Magneto. He's like a metal moving guy. Season 2 starts and like he died off screen. Now I don't know anything about the show. Like I barely knew it existed. But I wanted something on my screen while I was playing Slay the Spire 2. And I was like, I'm watching The Boys, so let's watch this thing. But he's a main character. And he gets written off screen. I'm like, I wonder if like this, like there's got to be a backstory here. Like he flipped out or there's like a Me Too thing. Like, and I didn't look it up. I'm not going to care. But like, it's so weird when it happened that way. Like, okay, I guess that's where we are right now. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it could also be something as simple as like, I want more money. That's too bad. Yeah,
I guess so. It's just like he's a young enough actor. Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe he's old enough that he could be stupid enough to say that, but
Yeah, because that's not unheard of.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't look him up. Maybe he's got other work that like he feels like he's bigger than he is, but like I don't know his face.
I don't know. I don't want to, I don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah. It's just weird to see like a main character get written off in between seasons. You're like, oh, there's a story there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, John, for next episode, I would like you to say out loud the name of a movie, and to make it extra difficult, I want you, when saying the name of the movie out loud, to name the movie we're doing the next episode on.
Gosh. I have to do this alone.
Like you have to like pull it, like you have to fire synapses enough that'll send messages to like not only your lungs to send air, but your vocal cords to vibrate in a certain way, and your tongue to move and your teeth to sit there and your lips probably doing something else. I don't know.
I don't want to do this by myself. Could you send help?
I mean, I probably could. Let me ask you this. Are you in a weird relationship with a woman that you work with and particularly you're the manager of?
Yes.
Good, because I have an idea for you. I came up with this all by myself, you fucking idiot. I guess I'll just say it. We'll watch the new Sam Raimi movie, Send Help.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's good. You should have come up with it, dork. Yes.
I was too busy having this relationship or whatever it was that you said.
Yeah, the only thing I know about it is like, I think it's a manager from an office and a lady, and there's like something to do with an island, and Sam Raimi directs it.
That's all correct.
Yes. Sam Raimi, who I generally used to love, and I'm now mostly warm on. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
I mean, nothing has been the same since this Kevin Costner movie.
Wait, which
we
one was
haven't
that?
reached those dizzying heights. Actually, I think John C. Reilly's in that one too. For the Love of the Game, baby.
Oh, I kind of forgot that was Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kelly Preston. Jenna Malone's in it too, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Send Help is available on Hulu as of quite a few days before you listen to this. So yeah, we will listen to that, and we'll catch up with you in 2 weeks from now. I love you as a person. I love you as a soul, and more so, I love that sweet, sweet Jettilos you're walking around with, baby cakes. Bye.
Bye.
What? You don't like me complimenting the audience's genitals?